Hey guys, it's Brendan Ayer. Before we get started, if you like the show, make sure you subscribe, rate it, review it. All that stuff helps. Follow us on social media, Shitbrains Show on every platform. We even got YouTube. We got a Facebook group. And if you want bonus content, go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. And if you have questions you want answered on the podcast, hit up shitbrainshow@gmail.com. Enjoy the program.
My brain is shit, man. It's shitty. Like it doesn't function properly. It just does whatever it wants. Life's still pretty good. This is shit brains.
Soda. I'm gonna get that for my lunch. Then I'm gonna fill up on fuel. Great deal. Their fuel is very cheap. Then I'm gonna get out of there. I'm not buying anything. I'm just looking around at the trampolines and like fucking little.
They sell
dirt
trampolines
bikes.
at Costco?
Oh yeah, dirt bikes, trampolines, fucking everything. You just walk around, eat samples, get your $1.50 hot dog, move.
That sounds fucking sweet. Why didn't my mom get me a Costco card? I have 2 kids, and I still don't have a Costco card.
Oh, you got it.
That's
$60. That's $60 a year. Pay the $60.
My mom just hates me, I guess.
Yeah, well, my mom, I don't know. She's big into Costco. She couldn't believe
my mom's big into weed.
Hey, guys, I got a job to do. We're rolling.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Yeah, if you wouldn't shut up. Jeremy Demery is the producer of Shitbrains on the Golden Ox podcast network. Welcome to the show, you fucking shitbrains. And you know, Jeremy, he's constantly interrupting,
Cussing.
He said school marms. We were trying to have a conversation about Costco and different.
It's a common term, school marms.
It's a common term for fucking Little House on the Prairie. You dipshit.
That was a #1 television show, a network television. So you're welcome.
Little House on the Prairie. It was a book before that, and it's not for you. It's for little girls.
Well, I don't know how to read.
Let me introduce the show. Of course, you don't know how to fucking read.
Little House on the Prairie.
He was homeschooled. That's
Jesus
the problem.
Christ.
Now, we got a very special episode of Shitbrains here. Brought to you as always by dickpills.gov. If you got, something's wrong with your dick, go check out dickpills.gov. They'll get your
rock hard
dick all fixed up.
We'll fix it on up.
Get you a new dick in there.
Throw a new muffler on that baby.
Yeah. I'm joined as always by Jimmie Graham. Jimmie, what's going on, man?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I think part of that depression. By the way, this is a show about somewhat tangentially related to mental health, mostly because I have horrific depression and anxiety, and something else is wrong with Jimmie, and we discuss it sometimes. But dude, I'm all right. I think a lot of that sleeping on the rug. Sleeping on the rug with no pillow and the lights on. I think a lot of that was nicotine withdrawal. I don't think I was as depressed as I thought. So I was. But before I should introduce our guest. I don't know him at all. He's
my
Jimmy's
guy,
childhood best friend. He's only been mentioned to me as Cline. I believe your name's Tom.
It is, yeah.
Tom.
Cline.
Tom
That works.
Say Cline or Tom. But that's the thing. Here's what you need to know about Shitbrains. A lot of these podcasts, Jimmie, they're out here. What are they doing? They're glory hogs, okay? They're going for top level A-list celebrities.
We don't need that.
Like Bobby Flay or
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay or
Alton Brown.
Or the great Alton Brown.
All food guys.
Yeah, that's all we know of celebrities. Paul Hollywood of the Great British Bake Off. But here's the thing.
You guys got a fucking loser.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a loser.
That's the thing about Shitbrain. First of all, he's not a loser. He's a good guy. I can tell right off the bat. He was more polite to me than you've ever been. And I've met him 1.5 minutes ago, and I like him better than you already. But the thing about shit brains is we want a slice of everything. Because first of all, here's the thing about Tom. I've been told he's a fascinating, interesting guy. But not only that, he's going to offer some insight into Jimmie, who the people want more Jimmie. The people have spoken, and they're going, Jimmie is fucked up, and we need to hear more about him. So.
And the good part about that is that I forget a lot of shit, so that's why Tom's going to be the greatest guest.
Yeah.
For me.
Right.
Because he remembers all of our fucking nonsense.
Sure. Now, before we get into that, I got a couple things to share with you guys. So, yes, I do think the sleeping on the rug with no pillow and light on while I Google everyone that's ever committed suicide. I don't think my depression was coming back as hard as I thought it was. I think it was nicotine withdrawal. So what happened, Tom, was I quit smoking years ago.
Okay,
but
good for you. That's tough.
Yeah, it was hard, but I never quit the fucking Nicorette that I used.
The gum?
Well, I switched over from the gum to the lozenges because the gum, if you do the gum for years, it's not real gum.
Dude,
it starts hurting your jaw. And
I know
shit.
A guy that chews that and
Yeah.
has for 20 years. His jaw looks like a fucking pit bull.
Yeah, it starts fucking your shit up.
And his teeth are just straight
so
across.
I switched to the lozenges, but I've been doing the lozenges for 8 years, and what happened is I just gradually increased them, and now I was way more addicted to nicotine than I was when I was smoking. Way more.
Sure.
So I got, but then so me and my lady are like, she wanted to get life insurance. And I realized they're going to do a blood test. And even though the nicotine lozenges, they're not bad for you. Like I had a doctor tell me it's not nicotine that gives you cancer. It's
the smoke.
It's all the other shit. It's smoke.
I could argue that it does. When you quit them, you go sleep on a rug alone.
Well, that's not cancer. That's
something else.
That's something else.
That's brain cancer.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain did not die of cancer. So the problem is you want life insurance. They're going to take a blood test and they're
Sure.
going to say nicotine. He smokes, even though I don't smoke. So I had to quit these things, which is probably better anyway because they're expensive. But I've been going through hard nicotine withdrawal. So
Feel for you, man. That sucks.
Thank you. But so that's good news. So it wasn't back to a bad depressive episode.
Good.
It was just more of because I didn't sleep on the rug last night with all the lights on. Which is a weird thing. The lights on makes it worse, right? For whatever reason, where I'm just like, I'm not turning the lights up.
And the Googling everybody who's ever committed suicide.
Yeah. Well, I like to do that. I like to be on top of like who and why. Here's the guy who I think made a real mistake. First of all, I think anyone who commits suicide has made a mistake. But I do understand it, having been in that position. But the guy I really think fucked up, Jonathan Brandis. Okay, that guy, his career was gonna come back.
Who the fuck is that?
I'm a little older than you, but you would reckon the guy was a teen heartthrob, okay? And then he was on fucking Sequest, and pull up a picture of Jonathan Brandis, and then his career cooled down, and he killed himself, and it's like, bro, lots of people's career never heated up.
Seriously.
Like, what the? You were in hundreds of things. You're killing yourself out of not, like, your television career being bad? My television career is shit.
Yeah, I'm doing sneaker videos for Bleacher Report and getting called a Mayo monkey.
Yeah, and you bring it up every episode because it's the best thing you've ever done.
I know, that's my only credit.
Yeah, exactly. Me and you are bragging about bad shit, pretending we're fucking mad about it, but it's the only thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
That.
Oh,
He was in
fucking
Kid from
Norris
Ladybugs?
kid.
Yeah, yes, he was in that Chuck. He was in
Yeah.
Ladies Bug. He was the star
Rodney
of Lady
Dangerfield
Bugs.
movie.
The Rodney Dangerfield, and then he was in that. What movie was he in with Chuck Norris?
Sidekicks.
Sidekicks,
Yeah.
right? And then he was his biggest thing. He had that for years. He was on Sequest.
Look at those
It was in the
eyes.
Never Ending Story.
Yeah, never the second one. The second one. He wasn't the first kid. He was, and
Okay.
then
I'm
he
just reading
dated
off the Google thing.
Tatiana Ali. That
He killed himself?
That kid killed himself?
Yes, and
Damn.
it's like, dude, what are you doing? You look great. You would have made a comeback. Wait it out a couple years. You got residuals coming in from fucking. You must have some money. The guy was in
You
everything.
could get lost in those eyes.
I
would fuck him as the Ladybugs girl.
And then claim nothing sexual happened.
If you think,
What are you talking about?
if you think if you think Rodney Dangerfield didn't fuck him as the lady, but
Hey, I gotta tell you.
yeah.
Put a wig on him, and his ass looks like a pussy.
So that one really, hey, they might not let you play soccer, but then let you play a little Rodney, if you know what I mean.
he's in court on child molestation. He's like, I get no respect.
Yeah, I get no respect over here. Guy can't fuck on his co-star.
What's happened to the world?
Yeah.
You fuck one kid.
Yeah, they didn't pull this shit on Caddyshack. I'll tell you that much.
Never did this to Kinnison.
The other thing is, I will tell you this. Kinnison, I know where that connection came in your mind. From school days. Yep, exactly. When Dangerfield's kid goes to college, Dangerfield, the successful businessman who never made it into college, goes to college, corrects all the professors,
does the triple Indy.
Yeah, the triple Lindy. Yeah, for the diving team. And Kinnison's one of the professors. Great movie.
I remember that movie. Like, doesn't he gets a bunch of adjoining dorms and then just smashes all the walls down and just makes it huge.
He makes it huge.
I've always wanted to do that.
Well, you aren't in college.
Dropped out in 10th grade.
Yeah,
Get
what?
to your apartment.
Did I ever tell you?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you what my grandfather told me about dropping out?
What?
My grandfather. My Irish grandfather claimed that I swear to God, he claimed that he dropped out in second grade, and I go, which is true. He had a second grade education, but I go, Grandpa, that's not dropping out. That's your parents not telling you about third grade. You know what I mean? Like, you're not at that age. You don't know enough to drop out. There's also no
fuck this shit. I'm not coming back.
Yeah, there's no option to drop out. That's just your parents didn't take you back to school, man.
You look over and he's putting a square in a square, a block in a square hole.
Well, he was smart. I think it was just that long.
I second grade.
That long.
Smart.
He grew up to be fine. Which it's an interesting thing of do you need school? Because my grandfather was fine, but that far long ago in Ireland, that was common. It was I don't know. Okay, you taught him to read. Fine, great. He's out.
Smartest dude in Ireland.
Yeah, he's the king of Dublin. And now we got to get into Cline, but before I do, real quick, as I've emerged from this nicotine-induced bout of depression, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm living my life based on commercials. It's interesting. They've got to me, and it started with the Browns game on Sunday. Which, by the way, so we put these in the can. So I don't know when this is going to come out, but this is right after Week 1. By the way, couldn't be happier with the game. Of course, I would have liked to have won. We're talking about the Kansas City game. All these people on Sports Talk Radio are fucking mad. We lost to the best team in the league by 4 with a very good chance of winning and a couple of mistakes.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 4 mistakes.
4 mistakes, and mistakes that are easily correctable. And Chubb rarely fumbles, and he fumbled, and that was big. So
it was less that one and more the punter.
Yeah, and that guy also has been money for 3 to 4 years. So it's guy dropped a fucking it hit him in his hands and he dropped us and it fucked us. So I have no problem with the game. I thought Baker looked great. I thought our running game looked great. I thought, we were content to let the Chiefs dink and dunk underneath. We really didn't give up anything except that John Johnson, who's not going to make that mistake.
Freak play.
Yeah, that freak play.
That was a lucky. That happens once a season.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to happen at some point.
He's not going to let that fucking happen very often.
He was just getting the previous play. He was off the field getting fucking whatever.
Right.
Dick sucked.
Right.
Shot up with whatever the fuck.
Heroin.
Right. And he also thought that was man coverage, so he also thought there should have been someone following that guy. It was just him. He thought there should have been 2 guys there. But that's besides the point. I'm proud of the Browns. I think they're going to fucking...
Agreed.
This is now a sports podcast, bitch.
Well, yeah, look, we throw in wherever the fuck we want to throw in. Both Jimmie and I, and now I find out, Cline, we watch the Browns. We're going to fucking tell you a little bit about the Browns.
Yeah.
Suck our fucking dicks, okay? We got mental illnesses. If things make me feel better to talk about, I fucking talk about them.
Yeah.
And I got to listen to sports talk radio shitting on the Browns. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
America's team.
They lost by 4 to the fucking the consensus best team in the league, which I kind of disagree with. I think the Buccaneers are better. Yeah, but whatever. That's besides the fucking point. Here's the thing. All game long, they're putting on the goddamn commercials for Pizza Hut's Detroit style pizza.
Oh God! Did you
the
order
sauce
it
on top?
Yep,
That looks like shit.
Jimmy, I got within my house. I've got 5 local great pizza joints. Okay,
Yeah.
I live right there near Little Italy.
Geraci's.
All those Geraci's is right there. All those places in Lyndhurst that are good, like Tasties, all that shit.
Pizzazz.
Yeah, fuck pizzazz. Okay, I don't like the name.
Their pasta's good.
Yeah, pasta is good. But here's the thing. This is why I don't like pizzazz. When I was a little kid, pizzazz was a place called like Good Times or some Our House.
Bottom touchers.
I think it was called Our House. I think it was called Our House or something, and they had a train that went around the whole, from the upstairs to the downstairs.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was sick. And then pizzazz came in, and I go,
Took the fucking train out.
they took everything out, and they're just a restaurant. I go, you're calling yourself pizzazz? You literally took all the pizzazz that Our House had, and this is shit. Fuck you.
Fuck you. You're right.
So I'm heavy. Jeremy, you can say it out loud. This isn't fucking a live episode of 60 minutes. What's going on?
I'm just trying to save myself from editing later.
Oh, what's going on?
I was just trying to get my Jimmy to pull his mic down because I too want more of Jimmy.
Pull it down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect right there.
Okay, so first of all, I get sucked in by those commercials. I go, this looks good. I order a Detroit style pizza. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking terrible. Now, Jimmy, guess what I'm on to now? Because of commercials.
Club Cadet, zero turn mowers.
If I only had the money and didn't rent, I'd be all over that. No, I'm just for men. Beard dye. I'm dyeing my beard.
Don't do it.
I am.
Don't do
and
it.
I'm leaving my hair salt and pepper, and I'm gonna dye my beard jet black.
You're gonna look like a psycho. You look like a Church of Satan guy.
All right,
You're getting fucking gray too.
Yeah, I know.
You old bitch.
How old are you?
33.
You're fucked, dude. I'm
fucked.
No, you're not fucked. Because let me tell you something.
But I really don't give a shit how I look at all.
Cline, let me tell you, here's the thing. First of all, you're a good looking man, so that's
Thank you.
interesting. Also, you can't, we all are tattooed men. You can't really truthfully claim to not give a shit how you look if you have tattoos
anymore.
Because you have some aesthetic thing you
Okay,
have done.
I'll change that.
Yeah.
So for the past 2 years, I have not given a fuck how I look.
Right.
And I probably never will again.
Right. Well,
Remember your first tattoo?
Yeah, oh yeah.
what was your first tattoo?
It was horrendous. It was
I got a bad one too.
I was like 16 and I got my mom to take me to a tattoo shop and I picked one off the wall. It was like a fucking skull coming out of the skin of my arm. And it was really bad. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
He was right
It's
here.
covered up.
And he showed up and I remember the first time I saw it, you thought it was so cool. Raleigh, you're fucking gay, dude.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Jimmy, we're not allowed to say that.
Oh,
man.
that's right. I'm learning.
And I don't. Let me tell you something. I don't correct you out of anger. I do it out of love and your career.
Right.
And I know you don't mean gay as in homophobic, but it's a new age, man. It's a new age.
One day at a time.
One
That
day
is
at
what
a
you
time.
called me, though.
What? No, I believe that, and that's what they would have called me back then. But we're on this new thing with Jimmy where I gotta be the dick. I gotta be the bad guy.
Gotta be like his father.
No,
And guide him.
Well, kind of, but I don't. Yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated because we're in an era.
Good luck, man. If you're trying to teach this dude etiquette,
Well,
good luck.
it's not even etiquette. We're in a weird era of show business where it's like, I know when Jimmy says gay, he doesn't mean homophobic. It doesn't mean it in a homophobic way, but he's just what are you bringing up?
Oh shit! Never mind.
What?
Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff saying that's so gay. Well, that's what makes me mad because movie stars, because someone else wrote the words, they're exempt somehow from cancellation.
Right.
Right? You know, but it's like, fuck you. You read the script. You know what I mean?
That's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Like,
Might even be worse because you had time to think about it.
yeah, like I've been rewatching Entourage. Those guys, there's so many gay jokes in that. So many gay jokes in that fucking show, which is crazy. Where it's like, and now that guy, Adrian Gren,
Who?
the guy from Entourage, the main guy, Vince.
Never watched it.
I haven't watched.
Pretty
either.
good. It's pretty good. But fuck it. Who
Paul
cares?
Giamatti.
That's who you think is in Paul Giamatti.
Isn't he in
the
that?
only entourage Paul Giamatti ever has had is like a little fucking wagon filled with books. Okay. Now, so Cline, so you get this tattoo. It's shit.
I tell him how cool it is.
Yeah, everyone's like, dude,
I'm like, dude, that is so brave and cool and strong.
stunning.
You know, there's other words, man.
That's like new thing. Instead of calling me like, okay, I'm like, you're so brave.
It's so funny to be like, well, there's nothing else I can say except purely positive things now.
I actually like that better because it makes it meaner.
Yeah, it is meaner.
It's
so brave, dude. It's so brave you're willing to get that.
I love you.
Yeah, it's so brave how you let that dude fuck you in the ass. Now, so how did you guys
Brave porn.
Yeah. Those firemen on September 11th were so brave.
Oh fuck!
I mean, I think there's a lesson to be learned here from Hillary Duff. About bravery.
Stop trying to force feed us this shitty
Do you
TSA.
like this top? It's so gay.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Like, shut up, bitch.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When
I
you
wish-
say that's so gay, do you realize what you say?
Oh my
Knock
god!
it off.
I wish like Hillary
Yeah,
Duff.
knock it off, Jimmy.
I wish
See?
when Hillary Duff was saying, she's like, don't say that, and then just some teenager knockout games her in the middle of the store.
Friends would walk up to me and just be
Oh,
like,
shit.
"What the f is in your mug?"
What are you?
What
And I
are
would
you?
just tell
Now
them.
we're just listening to an advertisement for mud, Jeremy. Jesus.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want you
Also,
to. Don't buy that.
Also, we had gotten past the awkwardness into this great bit about bravery, and then you're bringing us right back to Hillary Duff, like we're a couple of assholes.
There was a lesson that Jimmie needed to learn.
He
and
learned
I think-
it.
I
He
already
learned it
learned.
hilariously with the goddamn bravery.
Come on, Jeremy.
Jeremy, you brave bitch.
You brave son of a bitch.
Cline,
We'll work on bitch later.
how did well, bitch is not one. Look, I'm
Do I need to get Hillary Duff in here?
I'm politically correct. I'm not overboard. I'm not one of these guys that won't let people say bitch. My wife tries to tell me you can't say bitch, and I say
Shut up, bitch.
nobody play her this episode. Now, Cline. So, when did you and Jimmie meet, and how did you meet?
Let's see. I was probably 12. You were probably 10. He went to school with my sister, and one day
I fucked her.
Yeah, he probably did.
No, I didn't.
One day he just knocked on my door, and that was it.
That's not.
He just knocked on my door, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, man? You want to like hang out?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then we hung out.
That sounds so Jimmie, just like a lost dog.
He had this little green fucking collared shirt. Remember that shirt you used to wear every day?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, your court shirt.
Oh yeah, I'd wear it to court. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I love your court shirt you had to wear every day. You know, remember that shirt you wore every day? Your court shirt?
I do. That's so funny. Yeah, I would go to court all the time.
Yeah, that was it. Jimmie just knocked on my door. It was weird.
Were we like throwing? I was like hanging out with your neighbor, and we were like throwing knives at each other or something. I feel like
Probably.
And then you were like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I was like, "Hey, you want to hang out?"
That's
probably
fun.
something like that.
You know what's so great is like making friends as a kid.
Yeah.
Like now to make a friend. First of all, I don't want any more friends.
I don't either.
I'm done. You know what I mean?
I don't even want the ones I have.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't. But as a kid, it's just like, hey man, like you're here. You know.
You live 2 houses
You
away.
live 2 houses
We might
away.
as well hang
We might
out
as well hang
every
out.
single day.
Yeah, we might as well do everything together because there's nothing else to do. Like, because you're not even like fully shaped yet, so you just shape each other,
Right.
and then you're best friends. It's
And that's
great.
it. Yeah.
Well, we grew up
Similarly and fucked up.
in the this like super wigger neighborhood on the.
It's like,
the Menor Headlands.
Might as well be a trailer park.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
trailer park with little 2-bedroom houses.
Sure. Okay. So here's
About
the
8
thing,
acres of it.
and you don't have to tell me this.
I'll tell you whatever you want, man.
Well, first, this is for Jimmie. You don't have to tell me this if you don't want to. Everyone is always telling me how hard of a childhood you had. And the only thing I know about that is that you went to court. What if you want to get into it, like what was so fucked up?
How many people lived in your house, for one thing?
Yeah, it was like 9 people.
I
And
think between the two of us, there's probably 25 people that lived in our households if
Wow,
you combined
wow.
them.
yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Just poor as shit.
Right.
Drug addict.
We all
mom.
had cousins and fucking all that.
Yeah, and I got fucked because I was like the youngest.
Right.
So like I should have been able to like Chaz, my cousin, I should have been able to bully him. Like he should have got the shit end of the stick.
Right.
But I ended up getting it.
Right.
So just getting fucking harassed by cousins.
Right.
And me and Tom were like fucking weirdo skateboard punk kids.
Yeah, and everyone else liked rap music and fucking baggy pants and shit. But we
Right.
didn't, and so it was like...
Well, and I mean, I imagine even that shit aside, like the bullet, like getting picked on, that's fucking hard, man. When you're just that many people around. As a kid, you're just not getting the attention that like a kid probably needs, right? I mean, it was that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, like mom was a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
So
Your
it's
mom
like-
was a good lady, though. I remember being in her car a lot, at least.
You think so?
I remember her driving us around kind of a lot. Maybe not a lot, but
Letting like
A fair amount.
letting a 13-year-old just do whatever the fuck they want.
I do
don't
remember
think
she was
qualifies
buying
as
us
a good
cigarettes
mom.
and shit, too. But she wasn't I don't know.
Well, it's interesting. 'cause,
I always
like,
loved your mom.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. I think about life is like
Yeah.
someone being a good person. Like as you get older, you realize someone can be a good person and be a bad mom because of their habits. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make her a bad person. It might be a bad.
You don't
person.
think so?
I don't think so. I think, man, shit fucking happens in this life, and like people get addicted to shit, and shit comes down. And if you have
Yeah.
a good heart, and you know she was reaching out to you guys in that way, yeah, it's fucked up, dude. She fucked you over, but like. I don't think it necessarily makes her a bad person.
No,
but
yeah,
I
I don't see anything. I mean, you know your mom a lot better than me, but I don't think she ever did anything like intentionally bad or wrong on purpose. You know what I mean? Did she? I don't know. I don't think she did.
I think it's probably
That's the line for me.
that's a sensible line,
If
but
you
it's
do
like,
shit purposefully bad,
but like,
Yeah,
Whatever.
eating like a fistful of fucking pills and then stealing money from your son to
yeah.
fund your fucking habit. I've had some conversations privately about this shit. I don't know where I'm at. She was a great lady, but like I kind of don't know that I could forgive her. For
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like you have a fucking kid. Like
Right.
you got 3 children. Get your fucking shit together. There's no excuse for that.
I agree. I 100% agree. All I'm saying, because I agree with you, and I think I would never have any judgment on you for either not forgiving her or holding on to resentments or whatever. But I guess in my mind, and look, maybe I'd feel differently if that had happened to me. But I'm kind of like with Tom, where it's like she was clearly a bad mother, but she
was cool.
She like, didn't do anything purposely to be bad. She just was a victim. Like
she had a drug problem.
I really believe addiction is a disease. I really believe that, and I think it's like, for me, it's like, man, God damn it, you fucked up. You blew your chance to be Jimmie's mom. You fucked up, and you're gonna regret it forever. But I don't know that you're a bad lady. You're a bad mom. Yeah, I don't know that you're a bad person.
Yeah, I don't know. I never saw your mom as a bad person.
Right.
Personally.
Yeah. She was cool. She let me do whatever the fuck I wanted, which was tight.
So did my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were just left fucking
pretty much
feral
here
children.
You go, guys. Yeah. My mom was awesome. She was very affectionate and loving. My stepdad is a Hell's Angel, and then they just kinda let us do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And we had a lot of people in my house as well.
So that's kind of the one thing.
So we ran wild.
That's the one thing Jimmie had told me about you prior to you coming on, was that your stepdad is a Hell's Angel, and obviously that's, that can be a delicate subject, so speak how you will.
It's intermission time.
Hey guys, it's Brendan. Sorry to interrupt. I just have to tell you, if you like the show, we do a bonus episode every week, plus tons of other content. Go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. All right, back to the action.
We're happy to have you with us tonight and hope you'll come back often.
To what degree was that brought into your life? Were those guys just hanging around a little bit, or did you
they were
see
around.
some real shit?
They were around. I saw some fucked up shit a couple of times. Yeah. My mom. Okay, so my stepdad had to go to jail for 3 months one time. So he was in jail for 3 months, and my mom had a boyfriend at the time that my stepdad was in jail. So he gets out of jail.
Picture being that guy.
And finds out that guy had just got out of prison, too. So my mom brings this dude around, and he's like, hey, my name's Steve. I'm like, here now. I'm like, okay. Hi, Steve. He's like letting me I'm 11 years old. He's letting me drive his car and fucking whatever. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? So my stepdad gets out of jail, and my mom and that dude and my cousin, who's now dead of a drug overdose, were all out partying. My stepdad goes, where the fuck is your mother? And I go, oh, her and my cousin Tasha. I go, her and Tasha went out somewhere or whatever. And I go, and Steve was there. And he's like, what the fuck? God damn it. So he's pissed. So they all show up back to the house and apparently didn't know Richie was going to be there. And Richie stabs this dude and gets in the car and fucking turfs my lawn and drives away.
Who's Richie?
My stepdad.
Yeah. Oh, and then who do he... So
he stabs my mom's boyfriend.
Steve.
So my stepdad stabbed my mom's boyfriend.
Oh, so Richie had been away, and that was when he went to prison. And Steve just showed up.
Steve just showed up.
Oh,
I
thought
nowhere.
Steve was the Hell's Angel.
No,
okay.
Richie is.
So your mom got a new boyfriend, and Richie was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna stab him."
And so he did.
That's the thing.
So I was like 11, and I thought that was like normal shit.
Yeah, that's wild. I would always get like. It
was cool though, because I always knew like when kids would say like my dad could beat your dad up, I usually knew that the other kid was wrong.
Well, yeah, you're like maybe he could, but my dad could have 3 guys put a fucking dynamite under your dad's minivan. So suck my dick. Like it was always weird to me, like, because I was real into like reading books about the Hell's Angels and shit, and like kind of sort of not like you, but sort of peripherally knew some. Not really,
absolutely.
Not the closeness you did, but it was always funny to me when like in New York, when I moved to New York to be a comic, there's a Hell's Angels clubhouse on 3rd Street in the East Village, and there'd be people that don't understand, like, being like, we should fuck with their bikes, or like, we should do this. And it's like, yeah, man, they're not just guys who like to ride motorcycles. They'll kill you.
Yeah,
Like
a lot of them will.
yeah, like
you.
like it's a fucking like they're listed in the FBI as an organized crime. Like, and some of them are just dudes who like to hang around and have a good time and party and ride motorcycles. But the organization as a whole, like, don't fuck
it's
with
like
them.
a criminal enterprise.
Yeah,
My favorite are like the Sons of Anarchy guys. Like that you'll see with like they got their Sons of Anarchy Christmas vest that they're wearing.
Well, what's wild about that is, and you could probably speak to this, knowing Richie, is like you cannot, and Cleveland, I believe, is a Hell's Angels town. You know, you have like Hell's Angels towns, you have outlaws towns
and shit,
but whatever. But you can't wear, even if you're like some like fucking 65-year-old retired lawyer who buys a Honda, Red Wing or whatever. You can't wear a patch on your back without paying tax to the Hells Angels. Like, they will come rip that shit off, and you get like one warning, and then if you're in their territory, you can't wear patch jackets. It's wild. Like, they
take that shit serious,
real serious, like deadly serious. And so if you see a guy in a different, even just a club with a patch jacket with like basically meaning that rocker on the top that's arced on the back of the vest, if they have that, they're paying taxes to the Hells Angels.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like they're pretty intense. So you, Cline, what were some of the, like, because I am part of this podcast is like, we talk to guys about their mental illness. I'm exploring my own mental illness, but like, I'm fascinated by Jimmie. I think Jimmie's a great comedian.
Agreed. Yeah, he's my best friend.
Yeah,
I don't have many friends.
Yeah, I love Jimmie. I think he's a great comedian. I think he's a great guy. I think he has some similar issues to me, and we're like trying to get to the bottom of that as part of this podcast. What were some of the fucked up shit you and Jimmie got into together? Like, give me me some stories.
I mean, like the drugs, violence. What do you want?
Andy, start where you will, my friend.
We used to cut each other.
Yeah, I mean, we would cut each other with fucking glass bottles and shit. We would just kind of like.
Wait, hold on.
Where
are you when this is happening?
Anywhere.
College parties, fucking.
You fucking
wherever, man.
So it was
anywhere.
in front of people where you'd cut.
Generally,
yourself.
we would try to upstage each other and feed off each other and fucking just
he cut my
get
throat.
carried away.
Do you see the scar?
Yeah, we have
like on my jugular.
I still have a scar. He still has a scar.
Hold on, let me see that. Dude, that's so close to the carotid artery.
I got one too.
Yeah, he almost killed me.
Jesus Christ, you guys almost.
Where is it?
They're showing scars that are literally centimeters from their carotid arteries.
That's so brave of you both.
Yeah, that's pretty brave.
I remember one time, I don't know how it started, but we just I think he cut me once, and then I was like, "All right, bitch." And
yeah,
then
we
I
had like a
snuck up on
cutting
him.
war that ran for years.
It ran for like 10 years, where like we would just sneak up on each other and just cut each other.
That's so crazy. That's not a prank war.
I was sitting
you were shanking each other.
There's that one. I was sitting there in like a rocking chair in his living room talking to his mom. I was like, "How you doing, Lori? How's it going?" And he snuck up behind me and pinned my arm down and fucking just cut me. And then his mom's like, "Thomas," and I'm like, "Lori, you raised a monster. You raised a monster."
You guys were literally almost like those like kind of nihilist, like hardcore, like the punk hardcore band guys that like would like eat shit and do stuff like that, except you weren't in a band. Like, that's great. What are you doing? You're cutting yourselves. That's great.
It was a war.
You were in a knife. Now, was there rules, or you had to be glass? You couldn't use a knife?
No
rules.
There's no rules.
There was no rules. Just cut each other whenever we could.
That was our whole
I almost
friendship.
forgot about that. That ran for years.
Yeah, and the reason he cut my throat, and Tom explained it perfectly, but like where we were at as kids was like, and I think that you and I were both super heavily influenced by like Tom Green and that shit. So like
that was our generation.
Yeah. So like
outrageousness and look at me, fucking I'm crazy.
So we would just. There was like a good 10, 15 years of like just like fucking having to like make everybody think that we're fucking nuts. So we would just always like just try to do it. So like the reason
house parties and shit.
Reason he cut my throat. I was wearing I made a T-shirt that said Tom Cline is a child molester with his phone number on it.
Yeah.
And I was wearing it at this party. I'm like, yeah, get a load of this fucking guy, huh? And,
I love that you put the phone number on it, like someone was going to call and be like,
it's still my phone number
like,
10 years later.
Like,
12 years later.
someone's going to call and be like, I'm looking for a child molester.
I know.
I've got some business for a child molester.
So Tom and like we're both in on it, but like I'm going around shit talking him, and then Cline walks up and he's like, we just causes like a fake scene, and he's like, "What the fuck?" and smashes a beer bottle in the middle of the living room, and pins me against the wall with it up against my throat. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker!" And I was like, looking at him, I was like, "You won't do it! You won't do it! You fucking coward!" And then he did it. And he fucking cut my throat.
But this is so wild to me because it's like, I mean, I was, I guess a little older than you guys, so I was like very influenced by the Jackass generation.
Yeah,
that
sure,
was
same.
A lot of that, a lot of like, let's take our friend Erston's fucking camcorder and go like, we'll go do crazy shit, and like we did, but like it's interesting because you're like, we wanted to make people think we were crazy. And I'm
laugh.
sitting here going like, no, I think you were crazy. Like you guys were stabbing each other like very easily. I think, I don't know. What was your, Tom, what was your sort of, in that particular instance, what was your safeguard against killing Jimmie? Like when
I wasn't thinking about that,
right?
man. I was like blacked out drunk.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like,
I think I figured if I didn't like slice his Adam's apple, he probably wouldn't die.
But you're right over
we were.
You thought the Adam's apple was like
Probably.
the life giver.
Probably. We were at a huge party too. We were at a.
Remember how scared everybody got?
Yeah, everyone fucking got like real weird, man.
And then I was like,
the whole vibe of the party went upside down.
Well, I turned them on you too, if you remember. If you recall, I was like, "Get him!" And then didn't we hold you down and cut you?
Oh yeah, that other fucking dude. Yeah. I got held down and then they cut me.
That's wild. I also love if Jimmie would have.
You got me worse though.
If Jim,
my cut was bad.
I also love if Jimmie would have died. Tom would have been like, "But officer, I didn't even cut his Adam's apple. How could he have died?"
I was aiming for the side of his throat, not his Adam's apple. It was an accident.
I just cut the big fat vein I saw running down the side.
No, it was a joke.
Yeah, you clearly don't get the joke, Lieutenant.
Don't you have a sense of humor, dude?
Haven't you seen Jackass, Your Honor?
Tom, have you? So, kind of growing up in the same, sounds like very similar circumstances to Jimmie.
Similar.
A bit chaotic,
Sure.
A bit.
I always had my mom as a constant. My mom was around. I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah,
I always have been a mama's boy.
Yeah.
So my mom was like always a big source of comfort.
Yeah,
nice.
So is Chet.
Chet too. Chet helped out a lot.
Yeah, who's Chet?
He was our buddy. People don't fucking believe it for some reason. We had this dude. He was
Chet Nichols.
Yeah, he was in his 30s, 40s. He would hang out with us, and we would go. We lived right by the shore of Lake Erie, so we could walk to the beach from our houses.
And I don't understand why everybody thinks this is weird.
Yeah, people think it's weird. So it would be usually nighttime, and Chet would like knock on my bedroom window because you could reach it from the ground.
Sure.
And I would stick my head up and be like, "Oh, hey, Chet," and he would ask if I could come out. And so I would jump out my window. We would go get Jimmie. Same deal. Knock on his window, and then we would all three walk down to the beach, and we would get glass, like the
sea
smooth
glass,
sea glass or whatever. So me and Jimmie would...
And nothing sexual happened.
Right. It wasn't anything fucked up or weird or sexual.
Yeah.
It was just me and Jimmie getting glass, and Chet would watch us get the glass.
Yeah.
And then we would give it to him, and he would take it home.
See, this is what I don't like, Tom. I feel like Jimmie has roped you into telling me a lie of a story. Is this true?
I don't understand why everybody thinks it's a lie.
I don't either.
And like
normally my wife knows about it. She knows it wasn't sexual.
Well, no, I'm not saying
you're when they're old enough.
I'm not saying you're lying about it being not sexual. I think the whole thing didn't happen.
What?
I see the look in your two eyes, and I feel as if I'm being drawn in to an old friend's inside joke, and I don't fucking like it. Not on Shit Brains.
I don't know.
Not on. Okay, where is Chet Nichols now? Then
He died very That's what was
That
gonna come in
night?
late. No, not that night.
Oh,
He
okay.
died. When did I get committed? He died shortly before I got committed.
Where'd you get committed?
Laurelwood.
Oh, okay. Was it for what?
That was part of it. It's a long thing. I had a fucking complete psychotic breakdown
Me
when I was
too.
like 20.
Oh, okay, mine was later on.
thought
I
he
had
was
a complete
God.
detachment from reality.
Yes,
and
me too.
I could like physically feel my mind fucking splitting open and cracking.
I thought that
I thought I was Satan.
I thought
Oh, yeah.
I thought I didn't have control of one of my arms, and I thought my penis was disappearing into my body.
Cora.
I thought I was pissing blood for a moment. I thought that I had to have all the blood drained from my body so that Satan
Sure.
could take full control
So
of it.
what have you been diagnosed with?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well,
Drug-induced psychosis, they
Oh,
called
it was. Were you taking a lot of
LSD,
yeah,
all kinds
yeah,
of
that'll
shit.
do that, yeah.
And then,
And they had you like pilled up.
but it was
At that point.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of drugs at that time.
Sure.
And I think it was a bad mix of drugs, and I had just come back from a vacation to Los Angeles, and I had like culture shock from that because I had really never left.
Tom, I got to
The
be
Midwest,
honest. I think it was probably the acid, not the culture shock.
It was, I think, a little bit of both. I smoked some weed out there, and then I did not feel right
I
after that.
don't think anyone's ever come back
I think
to
that was
Cleveland
just a small
and been
mitigating
like,
factor.
"Oh my God, I need all the blood drained out of my body, and my brain is splitting in half."
It went on for a week. It
This
was
is
fucked
real
up.
culture shock.
I think that was just a small part of it. It was just like a lot
No,
going on.
dude, I feel you because I have had the same thing, and I don't. You know, those kind of like psychotic breaks where it's not just a mood disorder, it's delusions.
No,
and
it
shit
was
like
bad,
that.
man. I
It's
thought I was
scary.
dead
It's
for a long
scary.
time.
You think you're gonna die.
I thought I was dead.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought people were lying to me, telling me that I was
Sure.
still alive,
Right.
and fucking.
I remember seeing you during
But
that.
I
and,
really believed all this shit.
Yeah, of course, man. You don't. The doctors can see right through it if you're
Right.
faking it. You know, like they know
They
because they
strapped
know
me to a
that.
bed and fucking they catheterized me or whatever, and I was pissing it straight up into the air, just pissing everywhere. And I'm like, "There's blood shooting out of my dick,"
Yeah.
and I really believed it. I thought I was pissing like fiery
It's
blood.
scary, dude.
It was fucked up, man.
Now that's interesting. So this was, I
I tried to take a cop's gun from him and shit.
yeah, that's
was-
always
it was dangerous.
Hey, welcome to Jackass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this cop's gun and see what happens.
What's weird is they hate that.
Yeah, they don't like it.
They hate
didn't
it.
like it. He beat the shit out of me and dragged me into the hospital.
Yeah.
I just remember egging you on during that point. I was like, yeah, maybe you are the devil, dude.
What a great friend.
Nobody could do anything. I had 2 roommates at the time, and then my mother came to stay at where I was living for the night, and she was like, "I can't fucking do this. You got to go to the hospital."
I told Jimmie this when I had this delusion that my dick was going to disappear forever. This crazy delusion.
I could see it, man. I know where you're coming from. It's fucking scary
It's
to really
scary.
believe things
You
like
don't-
that.
Like people don't get it when you're like, no, man, like. I believe
But,
this.
yeah, you
Like,
believe it just
your
as well as you believe that we're sitting here having a conversation.
And, it was fucked
That
up.
would be terrifying. I'm
Because,
glad I didn't.
because it's there's this disease called Coro that's similar to that like happens. There's breakouts of it in like villages in Southeast Asia where everyone believes that, but then just like a doctor comes and explains to them it's impossible, and then
they're all cured.
they're fine. That's not what happened to me. So I had like they called it a Coro-like delusion, and they wanted to write an article about it because I was the only, as far as they could tell, I was the only non-Southeast Asian person that had ever had this.
Really?
And yeah, apparently. I'm sure there's other people that just didn't.
Rob had a guy with that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other people that just didn't want to tell people. Like, it's an embarrassing thing to tell people when you're going crazy.
I
I
would
knew I
imagine.
was crazy, but I believed it, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a scary fucking thing.
but,
man.
but so the guy goes, is it okay with you if I write an article? It'll be an anonymous name. I go, yeah, it's fine. And then the next week I come back. This was when I was in the psych ward. Next week I come back. He goes, nah. The editors rejected it. Fuck you, man. Like that's the only thing I had going right now.
I was really looking forward to reading that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, we had a brave guy that needed needed an article written about him. For that Conan special.
So you're committed. Basically, I'm assuming with as you're, because I mean, people can do permanent damage with if they take too many psychedelics, but I'm assuming it kind of just mellowed out over time.
It faded over the course of a couple of weeks. I slowly, I guess, regained grasp of reality.
Right.
But they fucking had you, like, they put you on meds, like, real early.
Yeah, they put me on, like, hard antipsychotics and fucking whatever else, like, real.
And it made you fat.
Yeah, and
dude,
I gained a shitload of fucking weight, dude.
It was bizarre.
I was almost 200 pounds at one point.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
now I'm like 150.
It's crazy, man. The antipsychotics, the fucking weight you can gain is gnarly.
I was like, I looked like a fucking balloon animal of myself, dude. It was bizarre.
I mean, I'm a husky guy as it is, and I was in a place that I was on. I can't remember if it was like Seroquel or Trazodone or whatever. I think it was Seroquel, which is the big weight gainer. I think, I'm not sure, but I was on something that was like a heavy weight gain thing, and then on top of that, this I thought was a nice touch. But I think it was like a thing of like, these motherfuckers are crazy. Like, just give them some joy. You could get cake with every meal. You could get a slice of cake, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. if you
BLD,
wanted.
baby.
Yeah, it was crazy. You could get cake at every meal. And so I was like, I'm eating carrot cake at every goddamn meal. And the cake was good because cake's hard to fuck up. Like, the food was bad, but the cake was good. So I was eating Seroquel and then just carrot cake.
Seroquel and carrot cake.
Seroquel and carrot cake. And I swear to God, I gained 40 pounds in a month.
And carrot
I believe it.
40 pounds in a month, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
like,
remember a lot about being in that place.
Yeah.
I remember that I did think.
Didn't we all start calling you a clinically depressed boy after that?
Yeah, I think so.
It's so funny, the like, I don't know. I guess when you're younger like that,
I was weaning myself off of Paxil at the time as well.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that had part to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
I had been on Paxil for like fucking 5 years at that point.
Now, what would you say? What would you say? By the way, you've been a delightful guest.
Thanks, man. This has been fun.
Yeah, you're
Got him out of the house.
Congratulations. I do not leave my house. Unless
I
it's
would
for
like
work.
to do a thing where we do like Cline episodes.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? Where like every quarter, I speak in business terms now.
Yeah. every fiscal
quarterly.
quarter.
The Cline quarterly.
every quarter we have Cline do an annual quarterly report. I like Cline episodes. Now, before we go, I got to get your input. If you had to because here's the thing. I think that Jimmie, I'm not saying he's not successful, but I think he should be, given how funny he is, I think he should be more successful.
I agree. I'm like, what the fuck? How's this dude not famous yet?
The industry's crazy. Like, that part of
Obviously,
it is
fuck. I mean, look what they got sitting here.
But if
rotting away.
If you had to
drinking himself to death,
rotting away. Well, that's a thing. That's one thing that part does concern me a little. Like, but if you had to diagnose your best friend here and be like, well, what needs to change? And I know this kind of talk. You always know Jimmie gets uncomfortable because he starts touching shit.
Yeah,
that doesn't
he goes
need
like
touching.
this too.
He goes like this. Like he's
you should do
here.
coke with him and watch him go like this.
Wizard
That's how you
hands.
know to cut
But
him
everyone
off.
does that on coke. Everyone's.
That's how you know to cut Jimmie off.
I start casting spells.
Yeah.
I've been sober for a long time, but when I did coke, I would literally for hours on end, I would go like this.
Oh, I would not be able to take it.
So I'm just snapping. I'm snapping, but with two fingers, and I would do it for just hours. And my friends would be like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah,
and I'd
dude,
be like,
I imagine.
And I'd be like, "If it means that I can keep doing this, I am getting the fuck out of here. I'd rather do this in my room and do cocaine than talk to you."
Jesus Christ!
But what do you think? What do you think Jimmie needs? What do you think? Where do you think Jimmie's at, mental health wise? That type of thing.
I don't know, man. Where do you think you are, Jimmie? I think that's a good question for Jimmie.
Nice dodge, dude.
No, that's legitimate. I think. I mean, it is hard to diagnose other people. Here's what I've said about Jimmie before. I find Jimmie to be a victim of his own reputation a little bit, especially here in Cleveland.
Is a good way to put it.
Like people
expect Jimmie to be fucking nuts all the time,
and they
probably.
think not only that, they think he's irresponsible because of what the way his comedy is, and I think they think because of the way he drinks and because of the way his style of comedy, they think he's irresponsible. But the truth is, when it comes to work, he's fucking 100% reliable.
Agree. I worked with Jimmie for a long time.
Yeah,
I was your
dude
boss.
Didn't miss a day. He was my boss.
Yeah, exactly.
For fuck's sake.
He
ran shit.
Yeah, he shows up when he needs to show up. So I think he's a little bit a victim of his own reputation, and I personally. I'm hesitant to tell people how to live their life. I wish he would drink less, but that's fucking
sure. Yeah, I mean, you could say that for a lot of people.
Exactly. I have a lot of friends that drink a lot, and that's not really my fucking business. So
I know that if I got to the point where I was concerned for Jimmie's well-being in life about like drinking or drug use or whatever, I would just beat the fucking shit out of him.
Right.
And drag him to a rehab facility or something.
Okay.
Yes. Think so, dude.
What's that? Yeah.
You think so? Dude?
Yes. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think that was about 4 months ago, Cline.
I'm gonna cut you
No,
up.
I don't know.
I mean,
No. I'm doing good,
He's
man.
doing good. Reading books in the park.
Reading prison books in the park every day. That's what I do now.
He goes to the park and reads like 36 Laws of Power.
Do you remember when I used to fuck with you when we lived together, and I would like go to sleep listening to like
The Art of War.
The Art of War, so it would sink in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you're one of those guys that thinks you could sleep and your brain would read the
Osmosis.
book,
Absorb the
while you're
information.
sleeping.
But it was more so like a mental thing for him, because I wanted him to know that like we were at war.
Yeah,
Jimmie knew that I was mentally vulnerable in my younger years, and
Sure.
so he took full advantage of
Yeah.
it, like the predator he is.
Oh, we should do this. We should do. He is a predator. He is a little
Yeah,
fucking
he's like a fucking
predator.
velociraptor,
Dude,
man.
Nothing sexual. happened,
by the
Brandon.
way, I should say this. If you're not on the Patreon, you're fucking missing out, because me and Jimmie have these fascinating talks every week. Last one, I saw Jimmie deck this dude, and
You were there.
and I found
Your
out.
first comedy show ever?
No.
Or
Now
the-
that's class one.
Your first comedy award that you ever won, or whatever the fuck.
And
No, that was a different one.
that's a different time he hit a guy. And I found out that Jimmie can fucking box, man.
Yeah,
Jimmie
Jimmie can
clocked
fight, man.
this guy, and it was fucking beautiful form. And this instance, the guy deserved it. And it was, dude, he has the security cam footage, and it was like, dude, it was gnarly, like little fucking featherweight UFC type shit. It was like
Jimmie can fight.
Jimmie threw a bomb on this big ass dude, and I was just like, "Fuck!" I didn't realize that. So, if you're not joining the Patreon,
I will fight you,
yeah,
motherfucker.
go fuck yourself.
Me and Tom will fucking fight you. The scrap pack.
No fucking
Patreon.com,
slouches either.
Patreon.com/shitbrainshow. And then we do have, Tom, we got a question we're gonna answer here. Pull that up. Someone emailed, shitbrainshows@gmail.com. I'm not going to say this person's name. I'll say first names. We'll do first names. This is a person named Alicia. She says, share your lost your virginity stories. It seems like there's an extra word in there somewhere. They can be so fucked up. Lost mine with a coworker from Texas Roadhouse. I was 16. He was 26. Oof. Not the best decision, she says. I would say statutory rape, but that's,
Didn't Chet work
say
at
so.
Texas Roadhouse?
He was a server. I don't know what particular steakhouse.
maybe
but
might
might have been Longhorn.
My husband lost his virginity at 15 with a 21-year-old. He was sensitive, and it meant something special to him.
Nice.
4 people got a hotel room. Sounds sensitive. He and his buddy went to McDonald's. Very sensitive. To go get breakfast. So sweet and cute and nice. Surprised your girlfriend with breakfast in bed. And when they got back to the hotel, she was already fucking somebody else.
Can't trust them hoes.
Every woman he has ever been with has cheated on him.
God.
Women are truly whores. And this is coming from a woman. I thought I would be the exception. Nobody is perfect. Great. You fucking cheated on your husband? Is that what you're saying?
I thought I would be the exception.
Frowny face, nobody. Okay, whatever. All right.
Does that mean she cheated on him?
Yes, I think she's saying she cheated on her husband
and calling herself a whore.
Lost virginity stories. I will say this.
I know it.
I'll give you mine in a nutshell because I'll let these boys run with theirs. I lost my virginity way too young. And it kind of fucked me up. I fucked a 13-year-old when I was 13, and she was the like driving force. She really wanted to do it. Like she was like that girl that wanted to lose her virginity, and I was kind of like, yeah, I guess this will be cool. And like it wasn't cool, man. It was too early to be fucked. I fucked her what I like to call dirty Uncle Buck style, and that is when you don't remove a single item of clothing. You just
take your penis out.
Unzip your fly. And take your dick out. And we had sex. And honestly, it fucked me up. It was too early to have sex. I felt really uncomfortable about sex for a long time after that. Because there was like all these rumors in school and like teachers heard and shit. And it was like, Jesus. It was just like, I was just like, ugh. I did not fuck again until I was like 17 or 18. And then.
Spooked you out?
Yeah, it spooked me out. And then. I got mad because years later, this girl didn't go to our high school. I knew her from middle school. This was in middle school. Years later, I saw her out at a bar, and she goes, I just want you to know, I'm not mad at you anymore. And I go, mad at me? You seduced me.
You did that.
You did this. I felt like she made me do it. And then it, like in her brain, it had turned around into something else. And it was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you.
like the wise listener Alicia said, truly all women are whores.
All right. So, who wants to go first with
Tommy, baby?
Tom,
you can go ahead, Jimmy.
I know yours. I remember it.
Okay, so
you were so embarrassed about it.
Yeah, I was, and I still kind of am. How old was I? 17 years old. Lost my virginity on the same beach that I used to collect glass
with Chet.
Yeah, it's called the Tees in the Menor Headlands. Went down there and lost my virginity, and I was so fucking fucked up and drunk, I almost forgot the next day. So I came home, went to bed, woke up naked, covered in fucking sand in my bedroom at my mother's house, and realized what had happened, and that was it.
You fucked a fat chick.
Yeah.
No, so what? That's all this was about?
Well,
her reputation is what was embarrassing about it.
Preceded
because it
her.
wasn't just...
Yeah, because
it was
she's
like
no
a lot
problem.
of motherfuckers.
As somebody
a lot of people
who's a victim of their reputation, hers definitely.
I felt taken advantage of because of how drunk I was.
Sure, that's the thing.
And
I did
and
too.
Fucking everything else.
And then it's hard. People don't.
I just wanted to go swimming. I didn't plan on being followed down to the beach and fucking.
Fucked.
Fucked.
Yeah.
And had my virginity taken. But it is what it is.
People
I'm happily married now.
Yeah, that's the thing. People feel like men can't feel taken advantage of. But here you have two lost virginity stories. Both of us feel taken advantage.
Yeah, that sucked, man. It sucked.
Yeah.
And
that's on that beach. That's probably
it was a while before I fucked again.
Yeah. That's the only probably questionable thing that ever happened on that beach.
Yeah, Chet, that wasn't sexual.
Yeah, that's not a sexual beach.
Yeah, I've joined your lie of a fucking joke you've made me get on board with.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine, you guys both got fucked by Chet Nichols. Okay,
stop it.
That's weird.
Why would you just
that guy's dead, man?
Yeah, he's a good man. Speak about the man with some respect.
Yeah.
My virginity, you remember Chrissy?
Yeah.
It was her, and I remember I was on a bunk bed. I think we were on the top, and then my friend Eric was getting his dick sucked on the bottom bunk by another chick. And I found this like Aladdin sword, like an Alibaba sword.
Oh, you told me this story. I didn't realize this was your virginity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then shing, like one of those things.
You were fucking cool from the start. You were doing a cool fuck moves.
Oh yeah. That was the nunchuck
Cigarette
girl.
ashes and,
oh yeah,
and all of that, remember?
Oh, dude, yeah. I was fucking her once, and it was she's great. We're still friends, but I was
Licking fucking cigarettes on her head.
putting boogers in her hair. One time I was fucking her, and I was trying to get Tom in on it, and I was like, dude,
I wanted no part of it.
Sure, yeah.
all right.
Okay.
We were teenagers, but I was like, yeah, dude, just wait for my signal, and then come in. I'll see if she's cool with it or whatever.
Right.
And I remember you just standing in the doorway. I'm fucking her, and then Tom just I think you thought you saw a signal, and you just walked up.
No, Chaiki was there with us, remember?
Filming it.
Yeah, Chaiki had the camera, and I was watching Chaiki film.
Yeah, that's right. But then Tom just
and you're flicking cigarettes.
Tom ran up and fucking just grabbed her foot and started sucking her toes, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And it's I don't know, whatever. I was swinging nunchucks. Oh man,
Yeah, it was fucked up, man.
Yeah. I remember I fucked her in a leather jacket and sunglasses from
from
the Ted
with
Bundy movie.
Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Fuck you, bitch.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm so happy to fucking have Tom here.
I
think
that Tom
Thanks for
has
coming,
been
buddy.
a fantastic guest. I don't know when this is coming out. I'll tell you some things that I'm going to be doing. And you can fucking look them up yourself, because I don't know when we're going to drop this episode. But I will be at Hilarities. It won't come out before this. I'm going to be at Cape Girardeau, Missouri next week, but you'll miss that. So if you were there, thanks for coming out. I'll be at Hilarities, opening some shows and headlining some shows. With Adam Ferreira. I'll be headlining the late night shows, so that's going to be October 14th through 17th. I will then, that next week, Jimmie and I will be doing a show at Coda here in Cleveland, October 23rd, and then I expect that I'll be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati sometime in October or November. I'll be at the St. Louis Funny Bone November 18th through that Sunday. And then New Year's Eve, I'm going to be at the Funny Stop. New Year's Eve, I'm going to be at the fucking Funny Stop in
come watch the
Cuyahoga
ball
Heights.
drop.
Come watch my balls drop.
My balls drop, motherfucker.
Yeah. You got anything, Jimmie?
I ain't got shit. No. Follow me at Insta Jimmie Graham on Instagram, and check out the fucking Patreon, man. Tell your friends about this shit. Doing stand up all over the place. Would love for you to come on out.
I shouldn't have just assumed you don't have anything. Is there anything you want to plug? You can plug your local business. What do you do for a living?
I'm a laborer.
So
Union laborer.
Hire
310.
Support your local fucking 310.
Do don't hire
labor.
scabs.
You don't hire scabs. Hire fucking union laborers. You fucking cheap fucks.
Absolutely.
We'll put one of them inflatable rats out in front of your work site.
Fuck
you
yeah, dude.
Fucking shitbag.
We got to have you
pipe
back,
wrench.
buddy. Thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
absolutely.
great, dude. That
This
was
is
great.
We'll do some Cline check-ins.
Okay,
Every
this is
couple
fun,
months.
man.
Yeah, Clinosotes. I already named them. Don't rename them. They're Clinosotes.
Jimmie, so what you were asking me earlier, Jimmie, you seem like you're pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I'm brave.
Yeah, you're good.
He's doing.
Couple years away from.
He's been good on this podcast. I'll tell you that much, and I think his stand-up is hilarious. I do worry
Agree.
sometimes about how often he blacks out, but you know what? That's not my fucking business.
It's been going on for a long time.
Maybe he's just one of those guys that can do it forever.
Maybe. Yep. A unicorn.
Yeah. All those guys that can do it forever, they die at 52.
Like those heroin addicts
and you're
that
like, that
keep
guy
going.
did it forever. And you're like, yeah, but he died when he was 51. Like, that could have been natural.
We're called time travelers.
All right, guys. Yeah, dude.
Thanks, shitbrains.
Yeah, thank you, shitbrains. We appreciate it. Fucking share this shit. Rate it, review it, all that shit. It helps. Bye.
Later.
Hey guys, it's Brendan. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Shit Brains. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you review it, you rate it, all of that stuff really helps the algorithm. Throw us a follow at Shitbrains Show on Instagram and Twitter, Shitbrains Show on YouTube. You can email us your questions at shitbrainshow@gmail.com. We even have, for you hardcore fans, a Facebook group where you can go and you can chat and meet up with other fans. That's Shitbrains Show on Facebook. So, and then of course, if you really like it and you want some bonus content, we're coming out with a bonus episode every single week, plus a lot of other bonus content. You're going to want to get on there and check it out. Go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. Later, Shitbrains.